Hi there, I'm Nick, I'm autistic, and I also have ADHD. I'm back after a very short break because I needed a little bit of recovery time. I've had to see a whole bunch of specialists just to follow up on this stuff, a whole lot of medical issues that I've gone through for the last 18 months, and that's really draining. All of that stuff is just incredibly difficult for me, and I have needed recovery time. And what I'm really pleased about is that I'm now on, day 3 or day 4 by myself. Now that might not sound like a big deal, but after I got the cancer, all sorts of other weird stuff started happening to my body, and I developed this massive health anxiety, and I became absolutely terrified of being alone. And it became a really big issue. And having been able to cope for a few days by myself, I can give myself a really big pat on the back. Now that might not sound like a lot to most people, but for me to be able to have a few days by myself is really important. I haven't done as much study as I should do, and I'm aware the clock's ticking down there, but I think, I work best that way, being honest, and that's the ADHD side of things. It does like to run the clock down a bit, so yeah, I'll get there. I can do it. It is my last subject. I am going to win. And the other update is, I think I mentioned it before, I had an NDIS meeting, and I was not expecting to hear anything back about that for, weeks and weeks and weeks, but they got back to me within 4 days. So I have my first implementation plan meeting next week. Something's been granted. I have no idea what, but I'm really curious to see what's going to happen now. Yeah, my NDIS planning meeting I actually found to be quite confusing. One of the things I found odd at this planning meeting was the language. I think it's, a government thing or a provider thing. People use different language, different ways of talking, terminology and acronyms, and I don't know. She kept talking about scaffolding, putting scaffolding around me. Now, I know that they're not literally going to go, okay, right, you're going to get some government funding to put scaffolding around you. So, she's talking about scaffolding, and I'm sitting there thinking, why are they going to put scaffolding around me? How tall is the scaffolding going to be? How strong is it? How old is it? Do they hire scaffolding, or do they actually own scaffolding themselves in the NDIS? Is it something that's held by a central organisation and that's leased out to all these different providers? How tall will it be? How wide will it be? Will it have ladders in it for me to climb out? What sort of platforms will the scaffolding have? Whereabouts are they going to put me in this scaffolding? And at the same time I'm going, no, when they say they're putting scaffolding around you to support you, that's not what they mean. But at the same time I'm going, all these scaffolding questions, like what town are they going to put the scaffolding in? Do I have to attend the scaffolding every day? And I kept not listening to the other stuff she was saying because I was getting stuck on this whole, they're going to put scaffolding around me. So I'm wondering whether next week I should say something, or would it be rude to turn around and say, excuse me, could you please not say scaffolding to me? Perhaps, we're going to put some support systems in place, or some people to help support you do things. that makes a bit more sense, and I don't have my literal mind just doesn't sort of run off worrying about scaffolding and how it's going to be delivered and on what type of truck, and I just kept thinking about scaffolding. And then she asked me whether I had any children. And I said no. And my psychologist looked at me, puzzled, because I am a mum. But I said, no, I don't have children. I have adult male offspring. They are not little. And afterwards I thought, no, that's probably not. Yeah, but they're not children. You know, when you're in your 30s, you're not a child. Child are these little incy-wincy people. Well, maybe not incy-wincy, but, you know, they're minors. They're under the age of 18. And I have to say things properly. No, I don't have to say things properly. I'm getting things muddled. My speech gets muddled. So I might have a speech pathologist. They were talking about maybe having a speech pathologist. Now that seems really strange to me because I know I can talk, but apparently speech pathologists also give you lessons in communication and body language and things and how to back and forth properly, and that's not something I do. So yeah, that could be interesting. Meeting people, and they're even talking about trying to make friends and stuff like that. So, and I did tell them that I don't know. I haven't really had much experience in that. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens there, I think. And help me gain confidence. That will be good. Yeah. I think things are moving forward in a way. So I might be a bit scatty at the moment, but I'm happy scatty. Having someone to transport me to places. Now, I did tell them that I'm very particular about what kind of vehicle I'm going to be in. So, yeah, we'll see. But I am allowed to change providers and change individuals, apparently. So I'm not locked in to having to use one person if we don't gel. So that's okay. And maybe have someone to come around and help me organise tasks and stay on task, I think. I'm feeling better and moving forward. I just need to get my brain to focus because I think it's gone on holiday. And it shouldn't be going on holiday yet. It's not quite Easter break. But my brain definitely seems to have gone on holiday. Yep. If you persisted this far, I congratulate you. Very, very well done. I will try and sit down and write something out that makes a degree of sense. Tomorrow, after I've been to the dentist. Bye for now.